Unit 9. Locations. 1.
Do these magazines go on the bookshelf?
Yes, put them on the bookshelf, please. On the top is fine.
Should I put them beside the dictionary?
Yes, next to the dictionary will be fine.
I'd like to read these magazines later. They look interesting.
2.
What about the remote control for the TV?
Put it beside the TV.
There's a magazine there, the TV program guide. Should I put it on top of the magazine?
That's fine. And remind me to get a new battery for the remote when we go downtown.
Okay.
3.
These look like your car keys. Where do you usually keep them?
They're my extra apartment keys, actually. Just put them in one of the drawers in the desk.
The top 2 drawers are already full of stuff, so I'll put them in the bottom drawer for you. They'll be inside an empty box.
Okay.
4.
Do you want me to put this baseball cap away?
Yeah, just put it behind the door.
Where? Should I hang it on the doorknob?
No, on the hook behind the door. It will be fine there, thanks.
I didn't know you wore a baseball cap.
It's not mine. It's my brother's.
5.
Do you need these glasses?
Not right now. I only use them for reading. Do you see the case they go in?
I don't see it.
Oh, never mind. Leave them on the coffee table next to those sheets of paper.
Okay.
6.
There's a belt lying on the floor here.
Oh, yes, that's my brother's. He leaves his clothes everywhere. It drives me crazy.
Should I put it somewhere?
Leave it on the chair. He always sits there.
Okay. The chair next to the window?
That's right.
Unit 10. The family. 1.
Both of my parents are taller than me. My dad is pretty tall, but my brother is even taller than my dad. Together, they look like a basketball team. My sister and I are the short ones in the family.
2.
My brother isn't interested in music at all. He's into cars, like my dad. But I'm not interested in cars. I play the guitar and the piano. I guess I love music because of my mum. She sings beautifully. She plays the piano really well, too.
3.
I love animals. I keep a couple of parrots in a big cage in my room. I love taking photographs of wild birds when I'm in the countryside. My dad and I often go away for the weekend, and we have a great time bird watching. My sister thinks I'm crazy. When my sister has free time, she loves to play cards. I can't stand card games.
4.
I enjoy reading. I read a lot of books, and I love going to the library. My dad likes outdoor things. He's really into sports and swimming, and he always tells me I should get more interested in sports. But Mom tells me that reading is the best way to learn. She always gives me books that she's been reading.
5.
I'm very interested in computers. I'm always teaching myself new computer programs, and I have a lot of great software. My brother and I spend all our free time in computer stores and online. My sister is more interested in the arts. She likes music and she loves to read. She hates computers.
6.
I love traveling. My mother and I go to a different place every year. Both of us love to learn new things about cultures. My father never goes with us because he hates flying. My older sister is in college, so she stays home and studies while we're away. Sometimes I wish my sister and my father would travel with us because I miss them.
Unit 11. Entertainment. 1.
Josh, would you like to go out for dinner Thursday?
Thursday? Oh, I'd love to, but I have to meet my sister for dinner.
Oh, well, some other time then.
Sure.
2.
Melissa, would you like to see a movie on Saturday?
That sounds great. What time?
At 9:30?
All right.
3.
Hey, Jack, let's go for coffee after class on Monday.
Oh, sorry. I have to go downtown. I have an appointment.
Oh, okay.
4.
Olivia, do you want to come over to my house for dinner Wednesday?
Thanks, I'd love to. What time?
Around 6:30.
Okay. See you then.
5.
Hey, Adam, let's play tennis on Sunday afternoon.
Sunday afternoon? I can't. I'm going away for the weekend. Maybe some other time?
Sure.
6.
Hey, Jen. I'm going shopping Friday night. I need a new dress. Want to come?
Friday night? Okay, I'm not doing anything special.
Good. Let's go after work.
Fine.
Unit 12. Prices. 1.
I could never buy a car at home because we pay a very high tax on cars. Only rich people can really afford to buy a car at home. Here in the US, I drive a nice new car and I can easily afford it. You don't have to be rich to own a car, which is great.
2.
At home, it only costs about $300 a month to rent a nice apartment. That's what I used to pay for a 4-room apartment in a good neighborhood. Here in the US, I pay more than twice that for a much smaller apartment, and it's not in a very nice neighborhood.
3.
I bought a lot of clothes in my country before I moved to the US because everyone told me how expensive American clothing is. I was kind of surprised that I could get nice clothes here for very reasonable prices. In fact, it costs me less for clothes here than it used to cost me at home.
4.
In my country, not a lot of people travel by plane because it costs more than most people can afford. But the US is such a big country and the population is large, so you have a lot of people traveling by plane. That's what keeps the prices down. That means I can afford to fly here, and I do it all the time. I couldn't do that at home.
5.
Most people send their children to private schools at home because the public schools are not very good. You have to pay a lot to do that, so it's a big expense for many people. Public schools are better in the US, and they're free, so most people here send their children to public schools.
6.
Here in the US, you need to have health insurance because it costs a lot to see a doctor or to enter a hospital. At home, you don't have to pay much to see a doctor or go to a hospital because most of the clinics and hospitals are run by the government.
Unit 13. Restaurants. 1.
I went to a new steak restaurant last night that opened near my house. I love trying new places. To start the meal, I had an interesting appetizer. It was some kind of seafood with a spicy sauce on it. The main dish, of course, was steak. It was very small and a little tough, though. However, the vegetables were great. Nice and fresh, but not too oily. The final thing was the best, the dessert. It was apple pie with a lot of ice cream on it. I know that I shouldn't eat so many sweets, but it was delicious.
2.
Have you ever tried that seafood restaurant on Main Street? You should. It's great. I go there often. In fact, I went there last weekend. To begin, I had a salad. It was nice and fresh with a great house dressing. My main dish was a fish that I had never tried. I really enjoyed the spices it was cooked in. The vegetables were good, very fresh and tasty. For dessert, I had chocolate cake. It's usually very delicious, but this time it was much too sweet. I couldn't eat more than 2 bites. That's okay, though, because I'm on a diet.
3.
My new girlfriend took me to a Chinese restaurant in her neighborhood the other night. It was pretty good. First, we had some egg rolls. They were the best I had ever tasted. Then we ordered the beef and pepper stir-fry. It came in a very interesting sauce, spicy but not too spicy. We also ordered the steamed vegetables, but they were awful. They were really too soft. The dessert was a big bowl of fresh fruit. Some of the fruit I had never seen. It was fantastic. And so was my date.
4.
For lunch, my co-worker and I went to a nice little French restaurant near our office. He didn't feel like eating much, so he just had a small salad. I had a large meal, though. First, I had the onion soup, but it was much too salty. For my main dish, I had a piece of pork. It was too dry and had no taste. The vegetables were perfect, though. Broccoli and peas. Those are my favourites. Finally, I had a large bowl of chocolate mousse. It was just like the chocolate mousse I had in France during my last vacation. Very creamy and delicious. I think I'll have it next time, too.
Unit 14. Small talk. 1.
Hey, I was just talking to Molly. Did you know she's leaving the company?
Really? You're kidding.
Yeah, she's decided to change jobs. She wants to become an airline pilot.
An airline pilot? Wow, that's a surprise.
2.
I'm really excited about the rock concert next week. I'm glad I got my tickets early because I heard that all the tickets had been sold.
I heard that too. I'm looking forward to the concert. It should be great.
3.
I got a really cool present for my birthday.
Oh, yeah? What is it?
My parents gave me a bird, a yellow canary. She's so cute. I've always wanted a bird. I love when they sing.
That's awesome. So what are you going to call her?
Polly.
4.
Oh, hey, Claire just texted me. She says she's sick. That's why she's not here tonight.
Yeah, I spoke to her dad this morning, and he said she has a really bad case of the flu. She's had it for about a week.
Sometimes it takes a long time to get over the flu. Claire has been sick a couple of times this year.
I know. It's too bad.
5.
That guy over there just moved here from Canada. I was talking to him a while ago. He's really interesting. He's an actor, and he's already appeared in a couple of movies.
Yeah, so he was telling me. He mentioned the names of his movies, but I haven't seen any of them.
Maybe one day he'll be a big star.
6.
There's a really interesting exhibition at the museum this month. It's all about Walt Disney and the story of how he started making cartoons.
Is that right? I haven't been to the museum for a long time.
You should go and take a look at it. I'm sure you'll find it really interesting.
I think I will. Thanks for letting me know.
Unit 15. Vacations. 1.
Is this you?
Yes, it is.
Wow, it looks really fun, but hard. How do you stay on them?
In the beginning, you don't. You fall off all the time. But you learn pretty quickly. I had a wonderful time.
2.
What are you doing here?
My friends and I went camping. It was really great, but it got very cold at night. This is how we kept warm.
3.
What did you do?
Oh, I went sightseeing and visited all the museums.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Actually, it was pretty boring. I hate museums.
4.
Oh, this must have been a wonderful vacation.
Yes, it was fantastic. The weather was perfect, and the water was so clear.
Wow, look at you. You're all red.
Yes, I got a terrible sunburn.
5.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I took a cooking course in Italy.
Terrific. So what can you make now?
Spaghetti and meatballs.
6.
Did you travel the whole way in this?
Yes, we did. It was really very comfortable to travel in. We slept in it too.
Unit 16. Apartment living. 1.
The bookshelf looks really good in the living room, and the TV is just fine. When I find an MP3 player, I'm going to put it in the bookshelf. I don't have an MP3 player now because I want to find a cheap one. I'm going to check out the sales next week. I have a dinner table, but I still need a sofa. Now I have to sit at the dinner table to watch TV. My living room is small, so I want a small sofa.
2.
If you have an old bookshelf you aren't using, I'd be really happy to buy it. I haven't been able to find one that is the right size. All the ones I looked at were too big. Right now, there are books all over the floor and the sofa. But I managed to pick up a TV and MP3 player at a moving sale last weekend. I still need to find a dinner table. All the ones I looked at in the stores were too expensive.
3.
I was thinking about getting a bookshelf, but I don't have many books yet, so I guess I can wait. I was lucky. I got a really cheap used TV the other day. It only cost $50, and it works really well. It's nice to have something to watch. Right now, I don't have enough money to buy an MP3 player. The dinner table is very nice and big enough for 6 people. I bought a cheap sofa, too. It's really comfortable.
4.
The bookshelf is good, though it's probably a little too big for the living room. I need a TV, but I'm waiting for the new models. I have a good MP3 player, so that's good. However, I still haven't bought a dinner table. I saw a great one last week. The sales clerk said that they're having a big sale next week, so I'm waiting for that. For now, I'm eating my meals while sitting on the sofa.